Hello everyone, especially warm welcome to our newest members of the Nikan family. My name is Ihor Lenko. My background has been in real estate for well over 20 years, both brokerage and development as well as in the import-export business. I got involved in Nikan strictly because of the company, the stature of the company, from where it was coming, the fact that it was #1 in Japan in its field spoke volumes to me. Thereafter, I started researching the company, did my due diligence, and had the wonderful fortune of making a decision to find out more. And when I first got involved, I had a wonderful experience. Some people find it strange. I got involved in a car accident, got hit from behind at 60 miles an hour while stationary at a red light. Trip to the hospital, physio, chiropractic, on and on. Yet these products did more for me than anything else. But even then, I did not want to acknowledge it. See, I thought it was myself wanting to get better. That's my nature. But what really hit home for me was the fact that, God forbid, had that accident been any worse, what could I do for a living? Because until that point in time, 100% of my income was strictly dependent on me. If my income source got jeopardized, where would that leave me? Where would that leave you today? God forbid something happens to you, whether it's a downsizing, a physical ailment. And that's what really struck at the heart of the matter for myself. I started looking at Nikan from a whole different perspective. The main reasons why companies fail here in North America is because they're undercapitalized and poor management. With Nikan, we're so blessed. Keep in mind, this company still holds the record for being the fastest growing privately held company in Japanese corporate history. Came to North America, same thing. That is a very important component because no matter how good the products are, it's also important to be associated with a company. It's identity by association. And as I said before, if you're #1 in Japan, you tend to become #1 in the world, or pretty well near the top, and history has already proven itself. Your real capital coming into this business, it's not the money you put into it, it's the confidence people have in you. See, if you helped them in the past and you truly want to help them again, be it physically or financially, people pick up on that. It's that vibration you send out, so that's most critical. Just be true to yourself, know why you're getting in. First and foremost, one of the main reasons should be your own personal health. If you respect your health, you'll be able to respect the health of others. It starts with oneself. It starts with the products, because I truly believe you have to be a product of the product. One of the most important things you can do for yourself is get yourself on auto ship right off the bat as soon as possible. You'll get the pleasure of experiencing the products. And it's not even a question of convincing anyone else, let alone yourself. Experience the products. When you're on these products, you'll see a transformation take place, and that's the best part of it. You'll see vitality, you'll see more energy, but most importantly, you do not even have to worry about qualifying every month. It's an automatic qualification for you. You get your 100 points in addition to the wonderful discounts. You get them below wholesale to begin with, and you get an additional discount. And keep in mind, people will not do so much what you say, they'll do what you do. If you're on it, they'll get on it. And it's one of the best ways to truly stabilize your income. When I got involved, I didn't set the world on fire at first. My first check was $14. And that wasn't for a day, a week, that was for an entire month, just for people out there. Within a couple of months, I went to silver, and silver is a position that everyone should aim for one simple reason. That's where you maximize your rebate, and that's where you break away and truly become the CEO of your own corporation. Thereafter, it's a question of repeating the process with a few other people that you've sponsored, namely 3, to get to the level of gold. That took me another, I don't even recall, to be quite fruitful now, I should look back, but I think another 5 or 6 months. And life got a little bit better. You become gold, you get a little more recognition, but more importantly, this company starts its incentive program. That's so soon, and that incentive is a car. You go out there and pick the car that you want, and based on your production, Nikan makes the payments for it. It's not a question of working for 40 years, 40 hours a week to get a $40 Timex. Just right off the bat, and some people have done it sooner, some took a little longer, but that's a nice little incentive. So when you get those kind of incentives that are over and above what you're making already, and I recall as a gold, checks were well over $5,000 per month. So that motivated me a little bit more to put a little more extra into it, albeit still part-time. Within 3.5 years, I was up to $28,000 per month on a part-time basis. See, keep in mind that it's not making 100% of your own efforts. It's not a question of you going out there and selling X volume to earn that kind of money. Because otherwise that would be just like a regular job, a regular sales job. You'd be trading time for money because all your income would be based on you. This is getting a little bit of income from a whole bunch of people. See, the nice thing about this business is you can do it full-time, you can do it part-time, but not sometime. And that's one of the keys to it, to get focused in on the business. And I believe a lot of people do not even look at it as a business at first. Yet ironically, they can make far more from this than a lot of traditional businesses. So it is a business first and foremost, and if you treat it as a business, it'll pay you as such. My philosophy is work with the ones that want to do more, because it's identity by association. And I've always found in the past, it's easier to work with people that want to go somewhere. It's far, far easier, because they're driven. And when they're driven, basically, you're all driving together. How do I go silver? Well, first and foremost, it's making a decision, and that decision that will put you into a focus mode whereby you go out there and you present this wonderful gift. Yes, it is. It's a gift. You offer it to people. You give them the right to say yes or no. It's that simple. It's not a question of convincing someone. It's a question of taking X number of people through a whole process of evaluation. You pique their curiosity, you give them a little bit of information, you get them on the phone with someone that's been in the business, someone other than yourself, just to validate it and bring them out to presentation, but take them through a process as quickly as possible, including the experience of the products and most of all, a rollout. You do this with X number of people, and if you compress it, see, I'm a firm believer, if you compress it, things happen much faster. It's just a question of doing it rather quickly, because if you're going to do it now. Why drag it out? See as many people as quickly as possible. That's the key to the whole thing. Pique the curiosity of as many people as you can in the shortest period of time. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut now and then. If you put it out there, it'll come to you. Meetings are there not just to bring your prospect, but also as a learning education for yourself. The ideas that are brought up, you'll hear testimonies. The facts we can all learn very well, but what really strikes at the heart of the matter is the testimonies. You attend a meeting, you hear someone come up with a very simple story that helped someone. You store that in the back of your mental computer, because we'll be using all these things. So the more you're exposed to it, the more you see. And not only that, what will really motivate you is you'll see people that are no different than you or I going out there and making extraordinary amounts of money, and you realize the only difference is that there's talking to more people, plain and simple. I attended another meeting and another presentation. I found the more I attend, the more I learned. But where I really learned a lot more, and what really accelerated things for me was the larger events. Because the more you attend, the more you see the possibilities. And that's what it's all about, being all you can be. And you realize that there are everyday people, no different than you and I, achieving all kinds of wonderful things. And what truly elevates you and moves you is realizing that they can do it, you can do it. When one's truly desirous of success, the key is always why. Why are you doing this business? And if you know the why, just honor your why and the rest follows. And that might seem like an oversimplification, but if you truly know why you're doing, why you want it, the how will come.